A pageant mom who says she's giving her 8-year-old daughter Botox.
That story that just floored us. The San Francisco mom who is injecting her 8-year-old daughter with Botox to get rid of wrinkles.
The mother was injecting around the smile lines around the mouth.
This is the dumbest mama I have ever seen in my life.
This could actually kill or cause a problem with the child permanently. It is child abuse.
This mom might have gotten more than she bargained for.
Child Protective Services jumped in. They have taken little Brittany Campbell out of her mom's house.
Joining us to discuss this issue are clinical psychologist Lisa Boeski and dermatologist Ava Shambam, author of Heal Your Skin. Now, Ava, Botoxing an 8-year-old. Come on now.
It's shocking, and it is so disturbing. In adults, we use it to reduce lines caused by motion, so especially the frown line. But in a child, it's absolutely appalling. I mean, frankly, I'm shocked.
Well, I'm shocked on multiple levels. One is, did this woman have some kind of training or something where she felt it was appropriate that she could do it to anybody? I mean, can you imagine, let's say, that mom just doing it to her adult friend? No. That's a medical procedure she's doing.
It's a medical procedure. It's completely illegal. She's an esthetician. She's not a registered nurse, nor obviously is she a physician. But I think for a mother, and you know this as well, for a mother to communicate anything other than you are the most spectacular, beautiful little girl, any other message than that you need to have Botox injected is disgusting. Sure. No, what you want to do with an 8-year-old is you want them to wear sunscreen. You want them to practice sun protective habits. You don't want to tell, does an 8-year-old really have lines caused by wrinkles? By moving her muscles?
But I've heard about teens getting these injections these days. Lisa's shaking her head.
Well, and not only that, we're seeing not just Botox, we're seeing an upswing in girls getting nose jobs for their graduation, boob jobs for their graduation, that it's kind of a slippery slope. If you start with Botox, is it then liposuction at 12 years old? Is it breast augmentation at 15?
I mean, it's beyond absurd to think that an 8-year-old needs Botox for any kind of wrinkles. You want that child to be able to express herself. What's she going to do? Go to school and have a completely blank look?
Right.
I don't think so.
Not be able to smile at all.
Well, you know, Botox is not used for the smile.
Well, they said I think they said they used it.
They said they're using, but she was not injecting Botox there. I mean, if she was, the girl would look like she was a stroke victim.
So where were they injecting it? That's what I thought I understood she just say, that something about the smile.
Well, she injected along her brow line, and she was indeed injecting there, which is appropriate for an adult, but not for an 8-year-old.
I think there's sort of a bigger question here that begs addressing. I think it's sort of in the background, which is, are we just going wild with this stuff?
Well, what we're trying to do with any of these beauty interventions, as we call them, is we're trying to enhance someone's self-esteem rather than take it away. I like to think of it as enhancing someone's looks, not exaggerating features or taking away a normal function of a child, which is to be able to frown and express herself. And
boy, my greatest concern here is that it begs, again, another issue, which is sort of the elephant in the room that I see over and over again with parents, is that the child becomes an extension of the parent.
Yes.
That there's no boundary between child and parent. You're shaking your head, Lisa. There's the narcissism that has gripped our parenting style.
Well, and I think a lot, I mean, and I think it's true in a lot of parents, not just in this extreme example, but I think sometimes parents' unfulfilled dreams are lived through their children, and I think that can be somewhat healthy if not taken to the extreme, but we see a lot of this where parents are living their fantasies through their daughters, and I think daughters' self-esteem is very fragile as it is, and this is a really slippery slope that parents need to be very careful about.
This makes me so sad.
Pageants can be beneficial for other outlets and other arenas, but becoming famous, it may or may not happen.
So here we are now. So me, that's sort of my worst fears are coming true here, hearing about how these moms are motivated.
Yeah, and that is the optimal result for participating in a beauty pageant, is that you end up with better self-esteem, feeling great about yourself, that you can go out and talk to your classmates, talk to your teachers. That is the goal.
As opposed to feeling less than. At least you have experience with people going to extremes and actually sacrificing themselves.
And for Botox, now in children, there is a therapeutic indication, but that's Botox therapeutic.
That's for like kids with
spasm, cerebral palsy. Right. Botox cosmetic is only approved 18 years and up, and it is certainly inappropriate to use it in a child.
So it would even be illegal for a physician, or at least it would be outside of the labeling for a physician even to use it. How do you think she got this stuff?
Well, it sounds like the mother is an esthetician. She's neither a registered nurse nor a physician. you can only receive Botox legally by a registered nurse or a physician in an office, not outside of an office setting. And so this was not only irresponsible, but completely illegal.
There's some parallels here in the propofol story. It just seems to me, call me crazy, but listen, any use of, we've gotten so crazy with medication. We've gotten so casual with meds that physicians use. And, you know, listen, guys, I don't prescribe to myself because it's dangerous to do that, and I know what I'm doing.
I think as moms, every day we have to be aware of the subtle influence of, that we have with our young girls.
There's enough pressure from society in general. These poor girls, they're looking at all these emaciated models or
and princesses and fairies.
Yes,
I mean, the pressure, it starts from very young.
I love the point that you made about natural beauty. Everybody has natural beauty. And as an adult, what my work is as a dermatologist is to enhance that natural beauty or to kind of turn back time. But an 8-year-old, where are we going to? Embryonic phase?
Preach on, ladies. I'm telling you, listen, the fact is, and I think there's a natural tendency in women to take things on themselves. Thank you, Lisa Boeski. Thank you, Dr. Ava Shambam. I will certainly be hearing from you guys again. I believe you're staying with me or something a little bit later, too.